Hey there, how are you? Welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Richie's Talk Zone. Yeah, today I'm going to be diving into a topic that's both green and mean: anger management, or as I like to call it, or target the Hawk effect. Now, we all know the Hawk, right? Yeah, the Marvel comic character. Yeah, that big green guy. Yeah, that guy is not always big and green. He's your average guy, but when anger creeps in, he turns into the Hawk, green and mean. So on today's episode, I'm going to be sharing some tips on how we can be able to manage our anger in our daily activities. Yeah, keep it locked, don't go anywhere. So you're a young adult, yeah, trying to navigate the ups and downs of life. And suddenly, bam, you're hit with a wave of anger. It's like you've turned into the Incredible Hulk himself, ready to smash everything in sight. But fear not, my fellow listener, because today, like as I said, we're going to be exploring some tips and tricks to tame that inner Hulk you have in there and channel your anger in a more productive way. So let me get right into it. So first off, you need to acknowledge that anger is a perfectly normal emotion. Yes, it's a perfectly normal emotion. Don't start thinking maybe anger is something that is not worth it. Yes, it's an emotion that God gave us. It's within us. We can't evade it. But it's like the sidekick to our everyday adventure. But just like any sidekick, it can get a bit out of hand if left unchecked. So what's the first step in managing your inner Hawk? Well, it's simple. You need to realize or take note of the triggers. Yeah. So just picture this. You are stuck in traffic. We know how Lagos traffic. I always use Lagos traffic as reference. Yeah, so imagine you are stuck in traffic and you are running late for an important meeting. Then somebody suddenly cuts you off. You know that feeling? Somebody just swerves into your lane and cuts you off. When you're seeing that there's a huge traffic, you didn't know that you wanted to come to this lane. You just switch lane all of a sudden into your own lane. You know that anger that just comes from within. You just want to burst out and rain insults at the person, but you need to calm down for a second. Before you hulk out on the highway, you need to take a deep breath. My brother, my sister, take a deep breath and ask yourself a simple question. Is this worth getting angry over? Is it actually worth getting angry over? Yes, I know you've been in traffic for hours and what, but does it actually matter? When you take a look at it, it actually doesn't matter, because whether or not the person cut in front of your own lane, you are still going to get to your destination. So you just need to just allow it. Just allow it. Forget about it, because it doesn't really matter. It's not worth your stress, straining yourself into boiling anger because you just want to prove yourself or prove to the person that what he or she did was wrong. You don't need to bother yourself about all those kind of things. Yeah. So the next step is a tip that is straight from the Hawk's playbook. Yeah. You need to embrace the power of perspective. Sure, things might seem dire in the heat of the moment, but take a step back and ask yourself, would this matter in a day, in a week, in a year? Chances are the answer is a resounding no. So why waste your energy on something that's not even worth smashing? Like the Hulk will always do, smash his way across, smash cars, smash everything in his path. It's not worth it. Now let's talk about communication. I'll make reference to the superhero team. A superhero team up of anger management, just like the Avengers. So instead of bottling up your emotions until you hulk out, trying to express them in a healthy way, whether it's talking to a friend, writing in a journal, or even screaming into a pillow, finding an outlet for your anger can work wonders in preventing those gamma ray fuel outbursts. So I'm gonna explain further again. You need to find a medium at which you channel that anger to. Instead of unleashing it on everybody, you need to find a way to blow it up, because actually it's not good for you to keep that anger bottled up inside. You need to express that anger, but you need to do it in a more civil way. So like I said, you can either confide in a friend, talk to a friend, you can give your friend a call up, or you chat your friend up that, oh, this is what I counted now. You guys will talk about it, you might laugh about it, and everything just goes. It's best and it's healthy that way. Or you can simply pick up your journal and take note of all things, because normally journals are meant for taking account of things that transpired during the day, during the week, during the months. It's just a compilation. So instead of you shouting, yelling and screaming on top of your voice because you're angry, why don't you just pick up your pen and your writing pad and write away, or pick up your phone, open that journal app and type away, but make sure you don't spoil your phone with the heavy typing. Understand? So you can even find a pillow in your bedroom. Just go scream into the pillow, just let it out. Just like the Hulk roars when he's angry, just let it out, instead of trying to exchange words with someone back to back. It's actually not worth it, you understand? Another thing that you need to take note is practicing the act of forgiveness, because if you actually have that forgiving spirit, you can easily let things go. I've been saying let things go, but if you don't have, you need to practice it. You need to practice that art of forgiveness. Holding on to anger is like chugging poison and expecting the other person to suffer. You are drinking poison and you're expecting the other person to suffer for it. No. Getting angry alone it pumps a whole lot of blood into your heart, which is not actually good for you. It can even cause a heart attack. The high blood pressure, it can also cause it. It can kill you. So why go through that stress? Because if you claim you're angry, then you just want to let yourself go like that because I'm angry. No. Let go of grudges. Forgive yourself and embrace the healing power of forgiveness. As the wise Buddha once said, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Yes, typically. The next thing that you need to actually take note of is you might actually need to seek professional help. That is if it's needed. Yeah. If you notice you're really bad with anger, you're always getting angry, you try so many ways, you try hard to be able to curb that anger that you have in you, but seems not to work, then you need to seek professional help. Just like superheroes have their mentors and support systems, don't hesitate to reach out for help if anger becomes overwhelming. Whether it's therapy, counseling, or anger management classes, there's no shame in asking for assistance. You're right. The problem shared is half solved. So you need to speak to someone about what you're passing through, because one day it might just you might even slap your boss at work one day and be like, because you were angry. Sometimes because you feel you are misunderstood. You try so hard to justify yourself, to prove that you are the right one. You don't need to stress so much to prove that you are the right one. Sometimes you need to allow some losses in order for you to win. That's how life rolls. Life is not it's not it's not a do or die affair, you understand? It's not a do or die affair. So there you have it, folks, the Hulk approved guide to managing anger like a true superhero. Remember, we all have the power within us to control our emotions and respond to life's challenges with grace and resilience. There's nothing you can do if you put your mind to it. Thank you guys for listening in. Join us next time for another captivating episode of Richie's Talk Zone. I remain your host, Richie Remy, Richie the Talkative. Until then, stay calm, stay cool, and then unleash your inner Hulk responsibly. Signing off. Bye bye.